you, Max.
Welcome back everyone to my second episode of a Platinum Trophy hunting series. I've been on the grind for the past month and a half, and since my previous video, I've obtained another 9 Platinums. I would have gotten more, however for October is a busy month for me, so I've decided to make a video now rather than in November. Before I begin talking about my Platinum experience, I want to go in depth about a few more things that I mentioned in my last video. Feel free to watch that video as well if you haven't already, however it's not required. I decided that 5 tiers is not enough for covering all the Platinums, so I've added 3 more. First off, I've split Platinum of the Game into 2 separate tiers, those being Platinum of the Game and Please Platinum the Game. The main reason behind this is that the vast majority of the games I play are usually ones that I have fun with. However, I've had a lot more fun than others, so the original 1 tier will be going through Mitosis.
Baba Booey.
Secondly, I've created a new tier called Must Be Boosted. These are for games that will normally require you to boost with at least one other person for the Platinum Trophy. Finally, at the bottom will be an Unobtainable tier. These are for games that you can't get the Platinum on anymore. Spoiler alert, no games will be going down there yet. Secondly, I want to address something I briefly covered in a previous video, which is for getting duplicate Platinums. By duplicates, I mean getting the exact same Platinum Trophy. This will mainly apply to games that were ported or upgraded from the PS5. This doesn't count games that were remade, like Final Fantasy VII Remake or Ratchet & Clank Remake, as they are entirely new games that also have pretty unique Platinum trophies. This also means that I don't mind playing the original versions as well. Secondly, I don't mind playing different or updated versions of the same game. By this, I mean games that get another release but have added content or DLC included. My main factor in deciding if I will get the trophy for the game is that if it has a different trophy. So something like Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal is fine, while Devil May Cry 5 and Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition is not, as both Persona games have different trophies, while Devil May Cry 5 has the exact same trophy on both versions. This rule doesn't count for different games that have the exact same Platinum trophy, such as the Sly Cooper trilogy or the Jak and Daxter trilogy. Now, time to reveal the cool thing I have added to this series, the Marble Race. I decided that in every episode I will create a marble race that will determine one of the next games I play. This is like the wheel you might see in other videos, except it's a lot more fun and exciting. To be eligible, all you have to do is comment down below the game you want me to play. I prefer to play games that aren't too hard or too long, and preferably games that aren't horror, but I will make exceptions. Also, if someone has suggested your game already, that's okay, as every suggestion will count as a marble. Marbles will also be put in order from what was suggested first. After a week, however, I'm going to stop suggestions and then do a marble race. So if this video has only been out for a couple of days, you still got time. With that, let's get into our first ever marble race. And just like that, Horizon Zero Dawn wins the entire thing. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, the game will be in the next video. I really underestimated how long the game would take me to Platinum, and how much time I actually had. Sorry. However, it will be one of the first games in the next video. Another thing I want to briefly mention is that I 100%ed Watch Dogs, and I updated the rankings from my previous episode for the new tiers. Here it is now. Not much has changed, and my opinion on Watch Dogs hasn't changed either. Hours went from 77 to 95. Also, I want to quickly mention that at the end of the video, I will now be putting my total hours for trophy hunting in a Platinum Mosaic as well. Also, just for the record, I'm going off a number that PlayStation tells me, as a lot of games don't have in-game timers. Now finally, I can talk about the games I've played. Number 10. Minecraft. There's not much I really want to say about Minecraft. The vast majority of everyone watching this video has played it at some point. Despite this, the Platinum Trophy is actually decently rare, being only at 12%. My journey with Minecraft was very unique. I lived in a jungle temple, a skeleton horse was used for the vast majority of my journey, and my Netherrealm was so compacted that I died multiple times to gas. I barely won the fight against the Ender Dragon too. However, despite all of this, I still had to AFK for a while to earn the trophy. If you ever decide to go for the Minecraft Platinum, it really should be done casually, as it's Platinum that you'll most likely get for playing the game regularly. Hours played, 69,
Nice.
Ranking, Platinum a game. Number 11, Donut County. A very short but unique indie game, where you are a hole that swallows objects. The game has a lot of charm, and it's another game that you can beat in one sitting. Nothing is too hard, the vast majority of the trophies you will get naturally. Hours played, 2, Ranking, Platinum a game. Number 12, Far Cry 3 Classic Edition. This game, along with Assassin's Creed 2, is definitely a staple in the Platinum Trophy collection. The story was charming and it really helped me getting invested. Combat was solid, and the collectibles didn't feel a hassle to obtain. My only complaint is that the first person driving kinda sucks, compared to something like Watch Dogs. Other than that, it's a very simple Platinum that people should go for. Hours played, 27, Ranking, please Platinum the game. Number 13, Mortal Kombat 11. I like Mortal Kombat, and while I know there are harder trophies in the series, this one is still not fun. But tutorials are challenging and took me like a day and a half to finish. Towers were really boring and grindy. In fact, a lot of the things were grindy about the game. I was watching anime while I was grinding the towers, and I was more invested in the anime than the game. The only time where I really had fun was the multiplayer. MK11 is really fun, but considering MK1 is already out and has an easier Platinum Trophy, I can't recommend it. Hours played, 37, Ranking, don't play. Number 14, Unpacking. Unpacking was another cute puzzle game that took me about a day because I suck at puzzles. I know you can get the Platinum in like an hour if you use the mode that lets you place stuff wherever, but I feel like that just ruins the game. I enjoyed figuring stuff out anyways. Overall, a very simple game that a lot of people have Platinum recently, as it was recently added to a PlayStation Plus catalog. Hours played, 4, Ranking, Platinum a game. Number 15, Nick All-Star Brawl. A platform fighter with a sequel that's coming out very soon. Definitely never easy to Platinum, as you really just have to complete the arcade mode with every base game character, play some online matches, and some local matches, and that's about it. This trophy 100% needs to be boosted, as there is nobody playing on online servers, and there's no crossplay either. I'm quite excited to try out the sequel, as I've played it mostly on Switch and had a lot of fun with my time with it. Hours played, 5, Ranking, must be boosted. Number 16, Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I mainly went for this game as the online servers are shutting down soon, which will mean that in December, the Platinum will most likely become unavailable. If you're somewhat interested in the game, I say go for it before it's too late. However, I tended to have a meh experience with the game. The story was disappointing despite a good setup, combat felt very basic, but I loved the environments, parkour, and time trials. Collectibles were a pain as it took me 2 days to replay missions and go section by section in that area. Other than that, the game's alright, and I'm pretty interested in checking out the first game though. Hours played, 26, Ranking, maybe try on sale. However, it will most likely be moved down to unobtainable by the next episode. Number 17, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. This is going to sound really weird, but Bomb Rush Cyberpunk improves on everything that Mirror's Edge Catalyst tries to do. The movement is more fun and engaging, the story is a lot more entertaining, and while combat is a bit basic, I still feel like it has a greater impact. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk is a game that takes heavy inspiration from Jet Set Radio, and it's practically a spiritual successor. The soundtrack is also quite funky and has made me add a lot of songs into my rotation. The Platinum Trophy is very simple yet challenging. It boils down to you getting every spray in the area and getting a certain amount of points in one combo. I've been deleting games from my hard drive the second I Platinum, as I really don't want them taking up storage space. However, despite me Platinum the game, I'm not done with it yet, as I still want to get all the characters and just enjoy the game more. This is definitely considered to be the game of the year for me. I'm really hoping that this game gets some form of DLC, so I can move it up a slot. Also, if it means anything, when I Platinum the game, I was top 30 on PSN profiles for fastest completion. I could have been faster, but school got in the way. Hours played, 16. Ranking, please platinum the game. Number 18, The Medium. For the final game of this episode, I wanted to go a Halloween game as it is with spooky mode. Normally, I don't like horror, but The Medium is a lot more atmospheric horror rather than jump scare. I was going to finish the game in one sitting, but my console crashed and I had to restart it, and I lost all my progress sadly. I did beat it the next day though. Overall, the game is very linear with a ton of collectibles. If you want to beat the game in one playthrough, I highly recommend OptiNoob's video as he's very funny and made me enjoy the game a lot more. I also recommend getting the game on sale as it is a bit pricey at $50 when it's only about 5 hours in length. Faster if you skip cutscenes. Also, speaking about cutscenes, I highly recommend that you don't, as that's how I got my console to crash. It's best if you just wait it out. I normally don't skip cutscenes in games, but since it was horror, I just didn't want to be freaked out as it was very late at night when I first played the game. They are some of the highlights of the game, and I went back and then watched the ones I skipped over. Hours played, free, ranking, maybe try on sale. Well, that's the end of the video. In total, I covered an additional 9 games, which makes a total of 18 games that I platinumed. After combining everything together, I get a total of 436 hours spent, which is really crazy to think about, as a fourth of it was on Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs.
Bad boy.
What?
Bad boy.
17. What the f***, man?
Keep in mind that the numbers may be a bit off, but it's the closest thing I will get to a total number. As promised, here is my mosaic. Once again, if you want to participate in a marble race, leave a comment down below. Thank you so much, everyone, and then the next episode will be at the end of December. Once again, thank you so much and have a nice day.